Oh, my hair looks like shit.
So does mine. You know what? We're both just having bad hair days today. It's fine.
All right, keep an eye on your things. You have 30 minutes.
Can I do the thing? Cool. I'm back.
He's back.
I'm alive.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was dead, so I don't really know.
I did die for a little bit, but now I'm back. I'm like Jon Snow. Spoilers. You're there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
We're already
wait.
past that point.
Just got shot from across the room. There's the evidence.
Dude, okay, so we did like the uploading the video on Anchor for the first time. You literally, if you go look at it, it's like you're watching the video on Spotify.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Hold on. Here, watch this. Sorry, guys. Just slight detour.
We're amazed by our own. Whoa, shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Anyway, I was
They
like...
can just watch it. They don't have to even have to go to
They
YouTube.
don't even have to go to YouTube.
YouTube is obsolete.
YouTube is literally obsolete.
Don't go to YouTube anymore. Just go watch on. Do it too.
Just kidding. Go to YouTube. But like...
We have other cool stuff.
We have other cool like subletter type content on there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is the Mankheads podcast, by the way.
Yeah, welcome back to the Mankheads podcast. I'm Emma.
Yeah, Diego.
You know. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
Maybe. This is your first episode. Welcome.
Welcome. Hook'em. I don't know.
And Hook'em. Yeah.
So
I've been away for a bit. I was on a sabbatical.
Yes.
Not really. I was just a bit busy.
I don't know. Yeah.
Bit busy.
You were working.
Yeah. I was taking time off from this, but I wasn't really taking much time off. Had a lot of school stuff come up. Mm-hmm. So had the B team take over. I'm kidding. Joking. I'm so joking. No, I like listening on like the conversations when I could come downstairs, because I'm still in the house, just like working away. But no, like I think like I was really happy with like the Oscars episode. I think y'all had some like really great discussions with that.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy with it too. People sort of listen to that one more than other episodes, so
I think it's just like I think the like what do you call it? Fuck me. What's the word?
Topicality.
There you go. The topical episodes, people kind of like jump onto a little bit easier.
Definitely. Spring has sprung in the meantime.
Yeah.
We're here.
It's springtime. It's already like 90 degrees in Texas.
Yeah.
Sucks.
I know that we look super like springy right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in our Sunday best.
We're in our Sunday best. We're about to go out and have a day on beautiful Austin, Texas. Dude, serial killer.
Yeah, we might have a serial killer in town.
I was going to say, like, have a day on the lake, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. There's that whole... Yeah, there's been a lot of, like a handful, 6 or something. What? I don't know.
Something like that.
Of bodies being recovered from Lady Bird Lake downtown.
So people are starting to speculate. There's nothing... The local authorities have not spoken on it.
They did just recently, actually.
Oh, actually?
Yeah,
Okay.
they said that, like, they don't want to rule anything out, but they're also not ready to, like... say that any of the bodies found had evidence of foul play.
Yeah, and are like connected to each other.
Or like connected to each other at all.
Can't too early to say that.
Yeah. But just still a reminder. Watch out for your friends.
Be careful. Especially if you're on Rainy Street.
Don't
let your friends walk off by themselves. If they decide they want to walk home, like someone walk with them or something.
Make sure at least till they get into an Uber,
Yeah. Well, so I actually saw like a whole TikTok of this guy talking about how like this particular trail that goes from Rainy to like some apartments or something, like he was like, I get why people like think it's safe to like walk on this trail because it's like, oh, it's a 15-minute walk from Rainy like back to like over where by you live, say. And at the end, like sometimes surge prices on the Ubers are like crazy. It's like you'll pay $75 for something that you could just walk in 15 minutes. So people just choose to walk, but it's like you need to be aware of your surroundings, have pepper spray with you, or like just like I don't know that you might be in danger if you decide to do that.
Even if there's like very likely it's not a serial killer. Like I think I was telling you in Parker or whoever yesterday. Is it Occam's razor? I don't know. Occam's razor. But whatever it is, it's the like the idea that I don't know. There's too much stuff going on here. But I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass, but it's still the idea that like whatever the simplest solution to a problem is, that's probably like the most
Okay, the simplest
I'm so dumb right now. I'm sorry.
thing is probably the truth.
The simplest thing is probably the truth. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Good Lord. The simplest like thing. So it's like, oh man, why did my door creak open in the middle of the night? Is it a ghost or maybe just like a draft?
A draft. It's like it's probably just
Probably
draft.
just a draft.
Yeah.
But still, though, the simplest solution in this circumstance of people turning up dead in the lake is still simplest solution is probably they get too drunk, think that they can walk home, and then just fall into the river.
But I'm like 6 people, and like if that wasn't already a pattern before,
yeah.
like I don't know.
It's kinda
So
weird.
it's kind of weird, and just the fact that they're all like kind of in the same demographic of gender and age wise.
Age, yeah.
So like that's been a whole thing too. But so men in their 20s and 30s, be careful if you're on Rainy.
Be
I don't know.
careful. Watch your drinks.
Yes,
People. It's not just young women that can get drugged.
definitely not.
People. A lot of people online have been coming up with stories of how they've been drugged at popular drinking spots. Gotten their like phones and wallets stolen off of them and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
just be wary. Watch out for your friends. Be careful.
Be aware.
We all enjoy a good night out, but just be careful.
Yeah.
Just watch out.
So on that note,
If we're on Austin news, Kane Naples is closing officially.
oh,
Yeah.
that's sad.
It is kind of sad.
I literally only hung out there like once or twice, but like
It's,
that's sad.
it's-
That's a
it's-
staple of
it's-
West Campus culture.
Frat boys 9/11.
I don't know how to respond.
It is sad though.
I guess you could like it. No, you cannot. It is
No.
nothing like that.
No, it's just gonna be like, oh, where were you when Cable's
Where
closed?
were you when
Yeah.
Kane and Naples closed?
Exactly. Making way for a 30-story apartment complex.
Because we need more of those.
Because we need more of those. That
Yeah,
isn't
we
going to
actually
make housing
probably-
any more affordable, though. Probably.
Oh no.
Actually, I haven't read. It may be, but I doubt it.
I was like, oh, like we need more of those, and it's like, yeah, we do. There's a lot of people moving here, but like,
There's a lot of people, but I don't
Fuck
know
off.
how much of those are going to be like affordable or anything like that, or make anything less or more affordable. How much is that going
Yeah,
to stagnate
no.
the rising cost of living and stuff like that?
me, a transplant, stop moving here.
Well, see, the thing is, maybe this will be my hot take.
Okay.
Actually, I have another hot take that I've prepared, but this is gonna be my more I guess like relevant hot take.
Okay.
I moved here for school, right? You moved here for school. That's like the only acceptable thing to move here for, you know. Otherwise, you're just moving here just to move here. People, the way I see it, and I don't really believe like much of this is gonna just be talking about my ass to make a funny point.
Okay.
People have been moving to Austin for school for decades, right? That's been a constant. Only in the last 20 years have people moving to Austin for like, I want to move to Austin.
Oh, because it's cool.
It's cool. It's trendy and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, it's weird. Stay out.
Go away. Yeah, come on, I guess. I don't know. It's fun. I moved here because I wanted to. So
No, it's cool. It's fun. We like it.
I like it.
I don't want it to turn into California here, though.
I don't.
I really don't.
I also don't want people to get priced out. You know, people that have lived here much longer than me. Yeah, it is too late, but I don't want it to happen anymore.
Yeah,
But
it's sad.
Not much I can
What
really
can you
do.
What can you do? So wait, was that your hot take?
That was one of them.
Okay.
Other one, I don't think the Succession theme is that great.
Yes, you said that the other day, and
said the other
I
day.
couldn't disagree more. I think it's so fun and catchy.
I think it's cool, but like it's like
Makes a
people
good
like,
ringtone.
Like, oh, Succession theme. It's the best thing ever. I'm like, it's good.
Okay, see, I think it's good. I can definitely see you thinking that's overhyped, though. Like,
Maybe
it's
that's it.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it fits with the show, but like
if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea, though. So
fun. I like Nicholas Brittle. I like a lot of his scores. So I'm one of
I don't know what else
his,
he's done.
He's done some pretty much like everything Barry Jenkins has done.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
Moonlight, If You Wish You Could Talk.
Yeah.
I think even the show Underground Railroad. That one
Oh wow,
from a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
years back.
I haven't watched that. Have you?
I watched like 9 episodes and couldn't finish it. Out of like 10 episodes.
Oh. Damn, you made it so far.
Dude, I know.
Might as well just
I
finish
need
it.
to go back and finish it. I read like half of the book. It's so like upsetting to watch.
Well, yeah, that was me not finishing Chernobyl. I was just like, I can't do
It's
this.
just very, very hard to watch.
Yeah. So okay, well, I'll hit you with a hot take.
Okay.
This might be the hottest take I've ever taken. And you know what? If you want to hate on me, go ahead. We actually get like little to no audience engagement, so literally hate on my ass, like please.
It'll drive
Please.
up our presence in the algorithm. So
So hot take. So there are 2 time travel themed movie. You know what? Like there's probably more than 2. There's 2 teen-centered time travel movies from the 80s, and one of them is superior, and it is not Back to the Future.
What is the other one?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
It is so good.
Dude, I haven't seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
It is so much fun. Like, could not recommend it more. It's so fun.
I think I watched... Back to the Future is one of the things that a lot of people really, really fucking love. And I guess, it's like, people that watched it when it came out in their childhoods, like...
Yeah. And people that grew up watching it. I wasn't one of those people, so it doesn't mean anything to me.
It doesn't mean shit to me. I watched it when I was, like, little, because I was like, oh, yeah, this is cool. I'll watch it with my dad. I was like, yeah, that was fine. Kind of weird that he was about to bang his mom or something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
And then also, like, when the cool thing at the end where they insinuate that a white person created Johnny B. Good.
Yeah, that was one of my points. I'm just like, what the fuck was that? Like, we all just, like, accepted that.
Like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Chuck Berry, who?
Who? That was kind of fucked up.
A little bit.
A little bit of erasure happening there, but, like, it's fine.
It's fine.
And the movie is fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, I like Back to the Future. I watched it for the first time when I was in high school. So, like I said, like, there's just no...
Oh, in your high school,
amount of nostalgia factor for me. I watched it and was kind of like, this is what everyone has been telling me to watch my whole life. Like, it was fine. It's cute. It's cute or whatever. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I did grow up watching, so I have that bias. But it's just like so fun and doesn't involve any near incest or erasure of black people. So anyway, like,
infinitely
it's
better.
Just,
it's better on two counts
fucking
already.
Fun. It's like these two idiots, one of whom is Keanu Reeves, and possibly the best role, like the role of his lifetime. I want to say like one of his earliest film roles. He was pretty young and he was a teenager in it, I think. And they're like gonna fail their history class, and they have this big presentation they have to give, and this guy like comes from the future and it like helps them like do their thing. Like, he gives them access to this time machine, and they like go all throughout history and like learn about history and meet all these historical figures like Napoleon and Lincoln and stuff. And like it was either Mozart or Beethoven or something, one of them. It was Mozart, I think. He's the deaf one, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of them. Anyway, Joan of Arc like meets all these random people, and then like they whatever. I won't like spoil like the plot of the movie, but it's very fun. It's super just like peak like 80s fun time.
Beethoven.
Is Beethoven
the deaf one?
Just my bad.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it wasn't even that one. I'm like not even sure. I don't remember. I haven't watched it in a couple of years, actually. I watched it, I think, over 2020. That's one of my like movies I remember watching over the pandemic. But yeah. And I hold fast to that. I think it's better than Back to the Future.
Fair enough.
Period.
I haven't seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, so once I do, I'll be able to weigh in, I guess.
We should watch it. Yeah.
We should
watch it. It's very fun. In other like media related news, they announced that they're making a live action Moana, and I think that is like the cringiest, worst move. Like, I don't know. That movie literally came out like 2 seconds ago, so I don't know why we're making a live action remake of it and not just making a sequel.
I guess this distinguishes it so from like a lot of the other like live action remakes that have been coming out, is that like those are more like classics, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, we're at least like 20 years out.
Bringing it into like a modern audience, I guess, a modern age.
Yeah.
Like, with like Lion King, Little Mermaid, that sort of thing.
But like the audience isn't changing here. And like, why are you going to
when did it come out? Like 6 years ago, Moana?
Something like that,
5, 6 years ago?
Yeah. Towards the end of high school.
Yeah, why didn't you just make a fucking like...
Just make a sequel.
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be okay with that.
I love Moana.
I think everybody would be okay with that.
Moana's great.
So, whatever. It's just because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wants to make it, but it's like, you're stupid for that. Just make a fucking sequel. Anyway, that's my opinion, but whatever.
What did Cass say? Because this stupid superhero franchise didn't pan out or some shit.
And it didn't. So...
Yeah, it didn't. Oh, it fucking... Yeah, I did not see...
I don't know a single thing about Black Adam.
It's just called Adam. You don't have to say black, by the way. That's a stolen Parker joke. I'm sorry.
Stolen valor.
Stolen valor. Yeah, 39% Rotten Tomatoes. Let me see the gross. It made $393 million at the box office on probably like a $200 million budget or some shit. So not great.
Not great.
Oh yeah, budget was between $190 and $260 million. So I guess I don't know if this figure is worldwide that it made $393 million, but either way, not great.
Not great. Not great odds.
No.
So now that we're like 15 minutes into our recording.
Oh yeah, I guess we can start the episode.
This is a very casual, laid back episode. We're just going to talk about spring kind of movies, and spring vibes. I love spring. Spring in Texas is like really beautiful.
Bluebonnets.
bluebonnets, Indian paintbrushes, which I think have another more PC name, but I don't remember what it is.
Are those
but
like
the red ones that you see. You'll see like the bluebonnets and then also these like red ones. And those are Indian paintbrushes. And then I always know that it's springtime in Texas when the mountain laurels have bloomed. Those trees with the purple flowers that smell like so perfumey and just delicious. I want like perfume that smells like that. I love the mountain laurel. So yeah, I love spring in Texas. It's a beautiful time. Dude,
spring is the pristine time to come to Texas, I think.
It really is.
It's
nice sunsets.
And it's like
not too hot yet.
Not too hot. That's the big selling
thing.
Point. Not too hot.
And the plants everything's blooming because like you get to summer and everything gets fried by the sun. It's
everything
crispy.
just gets crispy and fried. It's just like everything just looks like brown.
Yeah.
You know? Like wintertime, everything's gray. Springtime, everything's green and colorful. And then you get to May, even like late April, and it's just like
yeah.
That's why like I think I was telling you this and I heard someone else say it from like another podcast that like people come to Austin from visiting out of state during South by like that's like the big thing, or I guess like Formula One or something like that too in October. But like they come during these times where the weather is like
it's the nicest time.
It's the nicest time. Yeah, so the week of South by Southwest is the best weather that Austin will have all year, and then people come during that week and they're like, all right.
Austin is
awesome.
great.
Austin's great. It feels just like California. It's like 75, 80 degrees. It's the best thing ever. And I can do all this cool stuff. This is the best city on earth.
So
I'm going to pack up and move here. They move here. They get here in June and it's 112 degrees.
And it's like, well, you just didn't know what you were getting into. You don't know what Texas is like because we have this brief little window.
It was so brief.
Of beauty.
Yeah.
After the freeze and before the scorch.
It's already getting hot as balls.
And it's getting hot.
It was hot as shit yesterday. It was like 93 degrees.
Yeah, and it's humid. It's so sticky. Like.
But anyways, we love Texas in spring.
We love Texas. I love Texas in general, like at all times of the year. But
I like Texas summers, and actually like a lot of the things that I want to talk about are like more set in the summer. But I'm like they represent an ideal of being outside when I can be.
Yeah, so, I was gonna say like a lot of things toe the line of like spring and summer vibes, and then also honestly like fall vibes as well. So like I've got a couple of things that are like not explicitly springy, but like I was like maybe I'll mention them. So we're gonna talk about some of our favorite like spring-ish media things to watch to get you in the spring vibes. You want to go first?
Sure. So many of mine I've already like talked about just because like I only watch the same like 10 movies apparently. Gonna go off by already venturing away from spring and say A Brighter Summer Day. It's not really
immediately.
it's not at all about spring. I've talked about this movie a lot. It's not entirely a fun watch, but I'm like, man, you know what? Like a lot of the shots, there's like a shot on the poster, and maybe we can put this on like the Instagram post. But yeah, there's a bunch of shots of and one in particular of the two main characters. The main little boy and the main little girl. I guess they're not little. They're like 14 or something.
They're like teenagers. Yeah,
but they're just like sat in in like a little meadow with like a bike here. I can show you. That way you don't blind the audience or whatever.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Right?
It's so pretty.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think of that shot and like the movie itself is just so green and yellow and brown.
Anything
very,
that's
like,
giving like pastoral energy, whether it's spring explicitly or not, is like spring to me.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of like this stuff is. Or just things that I guess kind of feel very sunny.
Yeah.
Very bright.
So, so my first pick is, I kind of think that like all of Studio Ghibli is just spring build, but like,
spring build.
But especially My Neighbor Totoro, because you're just dealing with these like nature spirits, and you spend a lot of time outside in that movie with these kids. I think it's like really nice experiencing like nature through a child's like eyes. It's very pretty, that movie, and so like sweet. I don't know, I cry when I watch that movie. You haven't seen it, right? So good,
dude. Yeah, so good. I think the only Studio Ghibli films I've seen, and I've probably mentioned it on this podcast, is like Spirited Away, and
Terror.
Yeah, and it came out in like 2001 or something like that. So like my family was like, throw this on for the kids, it'll be fun. I'm like, as like a 2-year-old, I'm like,
no, same thing. Like
it was playing at Backlot at the bar we go to the other day, and it was just like, Well, Backlot always plays the funniest fucking movies. Not really like funny movies, but it's just like
random.
They play random shit. There was a while back where they were playing like
they did 28 Days
28 Days Later, and when we walked in at like the very end climactic part where he's like just like beating the absolute, Cillian Murphy's just beating the absolute shit out of all these like soldiers that are trying to rape his like friends or something like that.
Fucking terrifying.
And he's like putting his eyes through like his thumb through one of those one of them eyes and stuff like that, and it's just like oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, another drink, barkeep. You know, I can't
Keep them coming.
But yeah, they were playing A Spirit Away one time, and that's when
we had a whole conversation.
We had a whole conversation about like, yeah, that scared the like shit out of me. Yeah. And me, Kaz, and we're like of that like in that boat.
Yeah, same thing. Like my mom bought a VHS when I was a kid and just thought it was a kid's movie. Put it on, and me and my sister were fucking scarred. Yeah, I didn't watch it again until I was in high school, and at that point I was like, yo, this is really like beautiful. But like the first time I saw it, it scarred my shit.
Yeah. It was also weird when my parents also showed me Grave of the Fireflies when I was 3, so that's not true.
No. I've never seen that. That's one that I need to watch.
It's the one I need to watch, but one that I'm not too excited to watch.
I'm like not enthused because everyone says how sad it is.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be one of those ones that makes me want to like kill myself, respectfully.
Yeah, what else we got?
What else do we got? I'm gonna go with pretty much anything by Richard Linklater, and the 3 that I'm thinking of rather are.
I think Richard Linklater is summer-pilled.
I mean, he's very summer-pilled. Dazed and Confused is very summer-pilled.
Yeah.
Because it's
first day of summer.
Last day of school, first day of summer, pretty much. The last night. Or
First night of summer.
First night of summer. Very summer-pilled, but also, for me, I think spring, a lot of the time, is like the next step into summer. Yeah.
Yeah, it blends with summer.
It blends with summer
sure.
because it's so, like we kept talking about, it's so goddamn hot.
So hot in Texas. Yeah, they're kind of the same, but.
So yeah, they kind of bleed into each other, but also it's like around this time, I'm starting to go to like Barton Creek, go paddleboarding, hang out by the pool, drink some beers and stuff like that. Just like start doing like outside activity stuff. Yeah. Whenever I watch Dazed and Confused, it reminds me of like that anticipation at the end of the school year. It's like, oh, summer's coming up. It's gonna be awesome. You know. True. Not that I ever did anything as cool as like anyone in Dazed and Confused ever did. But it was just me sitting around on my ass playing video games.
Play billiards at the pool hall?
No, didn't do that. But would go to the pool, the swimming pool, and drink some snow cones. So that was awesome.
True.
I also have Slacker up here just because it just looks so hot in that movie. Like everyone looks like so goddamn sweaty.
Like
it's summer. I know.
It's summer.
But the thing is, like, spring to me, I guess, doesn't exist entirely as itself.
It doesn't exist without summer. That's for sure. No. Like, yeah. Okay. Well, but yeah, I can give you that. Okay. Well, my next one is the new. I was kind of like, I feel like any Jane Austen thing is giving spring, but I feel like Pride and Prejudice is very like fall.
Okay.
You don't have to agree. It's fine.
I don't know that I agree or disagree, but
I think that Sense and Sensibility is pretty springy, but actually I'm going to go with Emma, and not the 90s one with Gwyneth Paltrow, but the new one with Anya Taylor-Joy. The color palette of that movie is like very spring. And just like pretty and cute. And they did like a great job with the production design. That movie is super fun. I don't care if you like don't give a fuck about Jane Austen. Like, honestly, like that movie's really fun.
I remember when that was coming out, and I always thought it looked like
Bill Nighy is super funny in it.
He's in that? I don't know.
He plays her dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sick.
Love that man.
Directed this, the newer Emma, yeah.
Ooh, that's a great question. I actually can't remember. What I do know is that Phoebe Waller-Bridge's sister did like the score for it though, which is like, that's a slay. And the score was awesome. So check that out. It's on my score playlist.
By, Autumn de Wilde.
Yes, that's right. I couldn't remember her name. What else has she done?
Don't know. Let's look. Autumn de Wilde has also done something called The Postman Dreams. 6 by Sondheim.
Okay, well.
Look, Florence and the Machine, King. I don't know what this is. Maybe like a concert
video
or a music video,
or like documentary or something.
Music video, yeah. Just the small stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
I think this looks like the most like recognizable thing, at least to me.
Well. Yeah, I've never seen any of that, but the new Emma is really good. It's actually, that is the last film I saw in the movie theater before lockdown.
Yeah.
Period.
That came out. I was just looking at it. That came out in like February 2020.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, it's really good. And like I was saying, just very spring color palette. It's a lot of fun too.
Nice. I got About Time.
Ooh, I can see that. I can see that for sure.
I didn't think I did until I looked up like Letterboxd list spring like earlier, and I was like, "What?"
I don't care what other people put on their list, but I think that's like, I agree that's.
I mean,
spring.
yeah, I like I was like looking at a lot of stuff, and I was like,
I feel like spring with like, rebirth and whatever. It's like I think About Time like hits on the same things as like spring.
There's also, I mean, like for me, it's just a lot of like, I guess the thing that I resonate with, or that like makes something feel like spring, or I guess more summer in this case. Oops. Is like the way it looks outside in those movies.
Okay.
And there's another one that could be like spring or summer, but there's like that scene where is when they get married.
They're married.
And then it starts raining.
It starts raining, and it's like sunny, but it's raining.
Like sunny,
that's
but raining.
super spring to
That's
me.
spring pilled as fuck.
Yeah, it is. At least spring in Texas. I don't know.
Core, yeah. No, it'll be like it'll especially in Houston when I was living there. It would just rain for like 2 minutes and the sun would be out, but it'd be raining hard as balls.
You know the very like southern vernacular phrase for when it's raining but the sun is shining.
God something. What is it?
The devil's beating his wife.
I have heard that, but I forgot about it.
My mom said that all the time when I was a kid.
Where does that come from?
I have no idea, but it's
Why?
a very southern like phrase.
Yeah.
I did that like New York Times like quiz to like see if they could figure out what region you were from based on like different phrases that you used, and they were like pegged me for southern.
It's accurate. It's accurate as fuck. Like, it pegged me right down to like San Antonio.
Yeah, it literally was like,
Texas.
you're from this like region of Texas, and I was like, shit.
It was literally like San Antonio, the I-35 corridor up to Austin. I was like,
yeah, they got me a little bit Houston too, and it's like my mom's from Houston, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Dude, the telltale thing for that is if like you say feeder at all, like Houston,
like instead of frontage road.
Instead of or like frontage or access road or whatever.
Yeah.
I think
I say all of the above.
I never say feeder.
Wait, so where is it if you say feeder?
Houston.
Oh, that's Houston?
Yeah.
Why?
Just a Houston thing. I don't know. Ask Kaz and Parker. I guess they probably would tell you.
Right. I mean, my mom says feeder, so they.
She's from Houston, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Check that.
I think access road is more San Antonio.
Yeah, I think so too. Frontage road too, though. Like some roads are just called frontage road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stimulating conversation over here at the Mankheads podcast. Jesus Christ.
So wait, what did you say? You said
I said About Time.
About Time. I'm gonna go with Sofia Coppola's Marie Antoinette.
That's another one I saw pop up a lot on the Letterboxd
extreme
list.
like pastoral vibes.
Yeah.
Especially like when they're actually like she's just like chilling out in like a field with like her daughter and a lamb, and it's like really like flower crown, cute girl.
Dude, that's another one
Pastels.
I haven't seen. I like know that the soundtrack fucks though.
The soundtrack. I can't believe you haven't seen that after I've talked about it so much for years. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Might be.
We'll have to watch Marie Antoinette just for the vibes, because it's like mostly about the vibes.
It's a lot of like punk music in the soundtrack too, right?
Yeah.
No. Like I think like isn't like Gang of Four on there too?
I'm not sure.
Okay, never mind.
There's like, I think The Cure is on there. We've got Susie and the Banshees on there. Like the version of Hong Kong Garden that they made specifically for that movie with the strings intro is so good. It fucks. Like, it's so good. Yeah. Anyway, so Marie Antoinette. I saw people saying Big Fish was like on some lists, and that is such a fall movie to me. There's a single scene, okay? There's a single scene where Ewan McGregor like pulls up in this like field full of yellow flowers because it's like the girl he's trying to marry. It's like her favorite flower or whatever. So it's like, okay, that one fucking shot is spring.
Dude, the poster is...
That movie is super fall pilled,
the
okay?
poster is very fall pilled. I haven't seen Big Fish, but I'm looking at the poster right now, and yeah, it's like...
And I love that movie. That's probably like one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, which is kind of a hot take because people like, I don't know, it's like one of the least Tim Burton-y Tim Burton movies, if that makes sense.
I didn't even know it was a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Anyway, I think it's fall. That's just my opinion. What's next for you?
I'm like winding down on my picks. I don't know how many more you have.
I have a couple more.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I got Ladybird.
Ladybird. Yeah, we were just discussing whether that was like when that came out. I know I saw it twice in the theater, like my senior year of high school when it came out. So it was either like fall or like very early spring, like before the Oscars.
It might have been like early spring, or like winter into spring, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, I see that.
Yeah, I mean, it goes through like the whole like school year, I guess, right? But like,
yeah,
I guess since it's California, like it's all spring.
Mm-hmm. The vibe of it is pretty springy.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm curious as to how hot it gets in like Sacramento and like the Central Valley. Probably hotter, right, on the coast.
I don't know. I would think that like the bigger metropolitan areas would get hotter, but I don't know.
I know it gets hot as shit in like places like Bakersfield, like those areas. I don't know.
That Bakersfield sound.
I don't know my California geography too well. You'll have to forgive me. But yeah, no, especially I think like it takes place throughout the whole like her whole senior or school year, I guess. So fall to spring.
Yeah, it gets most of the seasons in it, but
yeah, and then it goes back to fall, I guess too.
I think the colors are pretty like spring though.
Yeah,
Spring/summer.
Very. It's a very
pink and red,
and also like pastels and stuff at times too.
Mm-hmm. Her prom dress or whatever. So cute. Yeah.
It's good.
Bro, like the luck of like thrifting a dress that like cute for fucking prom.
No, I had to get my like prom suit like
my bad.
I had to get my prom suit like altered up to shit, you know, because like it's fucking prom. I want to look like nice and stuff, you know. I don't want to wear like, you know, like a penguin suit, you know, I'm wearing cool.
I had this big puffy dress that I don't regret the dress itself. I just didn't want the skirt to be as full as it was. I was like, I'm not trying to look like I'm having a quince right now, but like, I don't know. I felt like a princess though, so.
I felt
pros and cons.
I felt uncomfortable because my pants were still too tight at the end of the day. And I was like,
I was uncomfortable, but not for a physical reason, for the fact that I got my makeup done and they put way too much blush on me and it like made me really self-conscious for the night. So like that sucks. Like they fucked my fucking prom look, bro. But it's fine. I had a good time. I had a really good time and I looked good. It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't even care. Like it's fine.
Lady Bird, fun, and also very like nostalgic, sentimental. And I feel like a lot of spring is like that too. Well, I think a lot of like every season has nostalgia like attached to it a lot, especially in like the common perceptions of it.
Definitely.
But like you're talking about with like the mountain laurels, like that's a very like a vivid smell and a very vivid like just very, very vivid recollection of like my childhood when I was running around like a little shithead in springtime, and then the mountain laurels bloom.
Here's a little tangent about mountain laurels. So, you know, like they have these little seed pods that have like red seeds in them. They're like, I don't know, like chickpea sized like red seeds. Something that evil children would do would be like where they would like rub those together and then like rub it on you or something, and it would be like hot. Yeah.
Dude, kids always used to tell me that they were like poison too. Like, oh, don't.
You're not supposed to ingest those. Yeah, definitely not. I think they actually are poisonous. My mom always told me that too.
They're like hard as shit though, so I don't know how you could unless you swallowed it like a pill. But,
true.
Yeah.
Wait, Mountain Laurel pilled. That's what I was trying to like.
Yeah, Mountain Laurel pilled.
We're saying pilled more than we ever have in any episode of, so I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next pick.
Mountain Laurel pilled.
Mountain Laurel pilled. Honestly.
Up to you.
Spring pilled.
Spring pilled.
So yeah, I was gonna go with florals for spring. You know, like the whatever. If you watched The Devil Wears Prada 1,000 times growing up like me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're Diego, you don't know what I'm talking about. Then you can just take
a word for it if you're like me. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, sure, I guess. Okay, so my next pick is called Ever After. Have you ever heard of that?
I think so.
It's a 1998 like Cinderella movie with Drew Barrymore in it. Oh my god, that one is so fun. I think that it definitely hits on exactly like spring vibes to me, like because it's a period piece / kind of like fantasy, like obviously, you know, it's a fairy tale story. So cute. Actually, weirdly enough, I think the actor guy that's like the love interest kind of looks like what one of my uncles looked like when he was younger. I always was like, it's literally Uncle Bob. Anyway, that movie is super cute and sweet. Like, I would recommend it if you like Angelica Houston as the evil stepmother. She's great. I love that woman. I would die for her. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
She was Morticia Addams in like the old movies, like the 90s movies. She's the mom in the Royal Tenenbaums.
She by chance related to John
and she's
Huston?
Also the mom in the Darjeeling Limited. Wes Anderson loves her. Huh?
Is she related to John Huston?
Probably, yeah. It's a big acting family.
John Huston.
The
Power.
one guy that was like, oh wait, you probably never. Did you ever watch? Is John Huston a younger guy or an older guy?
Older.
Older?
He was the guy that directed all those like adaptations, well, I don't know the other big ones, but he did an adaptation of Wise Blood by Flannery O'Connor.
Okay.
I think he did like fuck, never mind.
Yeah. Well, they're a big family in the industry. There's a younger actor whose name I can't remember, but he's also Houston, and he was in
Chinatown. Sorry, and African Queen.
Okay,
That's what I was thinking of. Was African Queen.
Yeah, that's right, Chinatown. This younger actor was in like Boardwalk Empire, which is a show I watched a long time ago with my parents. But yeah. So anyway, acting family. Anyway, Ever After is like really cute and
Maltese Falcon. Sorry.
All right. If you like a fairy tale, if you like Drew Barrymore, which I feel like she's having like a renaissance, like people are like going back and looking at her movies and being nostalgic for her like younger like career and stuff. So, really cute little movie. I put Moonrise Kingdom, even though I think it's kind of summer build. I think it could also be spring.
I think a lot of Wes Anderson movies can be like
springy. Yeah.
I feel like that's one that I saw on a lot of Letterboxd lists too, but I was also just like thought of myself as like someone would be like
same way with like Richard Linklater. I think they just kind of toe the line of like spring and summer.
I think so
a lot
too.
Of the time.
Actually, I had Boyhood here too, but I was like, all right, I'm talking too much about like all the other movies that I've already talked about all the time.
I think that Boyhood is extremely summer though.
I think so
really
too.
Yeah.
There's something about it that's like just more so even more than Dazed and Confused for me.
Yeah. No, like even though that's like the whole thing of that is like it's the first half of summer.
It's
like,
the start of summer. Yeah. For some reason.
But like just Boyhood is like it's like the whole thing to me is like summer in Texas.
Maybe it's because it was like my summer in Texas. That like I lived growing up.
Literally. Yeah. Lived experience. There you go. You're always gonna like resonate with that.
No.
But so here we have a musical. I have a couple musicals actually. The Sound of Music. I was gonna make some kind of like, if you've ever seen The Producers, like there's a fake, they make like a whole fake musical in that movie, or also it was like a stage play. There's a song called Springtime for Hitler. Springtime for Hitler and Germany. Anyway, but that has nothing to do with The Sound of Music besides it's like Nazis. But yeah, I think that The Hills Are Alive with The Sound of Music, incredibly springy.
The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music. Friends. I don't know.
yeah. No, I know what you mean. La La Land, I think, is kind of springy, but also summery. Like the color palette to me is like both. So I don't know.
La La Land, yeah.
But Another Day of Sun says like summer to me. So I don't know.
It feels very summer to me.
But it's just another one of those things where it's like California is like the same.
It's the same temperature all the time. And they even have that fucking joke like throughout the whole thing where they go through like, each season. It's all the same thing.
It just looks the same. Yeah.
And it's like Christmas time and it's like palm trees and shit. And everyone's like outside like in like their like bathing suits and stuff.
Yeah. So do with that what you will. My last movie is The Secret Garden, which is a movie I loved growing up and I still love. I don't remember when it's set. I feel like it's like, I don't know, in the like early 1900s or something. And I've never read the book, but I really want to. Anyway, you get the vibe. It's this little girl goes to live with her uncle and cousin. And there's this locked up old garden on the property that no one talks about. And like, whatever. Like, I think that the uncle's like dead wife like had really loved it or something. So it was like ever since she died, it's been like locked up and like nobody goes in there. But the kids start like going in there and playing. And it's like really cute and wholesome. So yeah, The Secret Garden is super springy in my opinion.
I got curious to look up I looked up like Secret Garden like spring and it came up with like a list on countryliving.com like 20 best spring movies and like half of them are baseball movies and I was like, damn, I could have cheated.
Super Texas.
I could have just done like Field of Dreams.
Okay, well I've never seen that, but I'm like sports just doesn't say spring to me.
Baseball does.
But I don't know.
Baseball season started. That's another big thing.
That is. I guess like that's
the best
true.
time of year.
That's very true.
Best time of year. Moneyball. I actually haven't seen Moneyball.
That is not spring-filled though. Like I don't know what the vibe of that movie is, but it's just like dread in my opinion.
Not very spring.
I have one singular TV show, and it is Pushing Up Daisies. Pushing Up Daisies. I actually haven't seen the whole show. It's one of those shows that I think turned into a cult classic after it got canceled like prematurely. And It has that one guy. He's cute. Like, I don't know. No, the show, bitch. Come on, Google. Yeah, it's a 2007 show. It's super 2000s. There's only 2 seasons of it. Lee Pace, that MF. I don't know. Anyway, he was like the star of the show. It's about this guy who realizes when he's a kid that he has like the power to like bring back something when it dies, but like the whole catch is that like if he touches something like say a frog dies right here and he like brings it back, something within like 20 miles has to die in its place. So he like accidentally kills his mom that way or something. It's like a whole thing. Like,
spoiler.
Well, it happens in like the first 2 minutes of the episode, like the first episode. Like he's a grown man like in the show. It just kind of gives this like, oh, this is so whatever. I basically gave you like the intro to the show that happens in the show too. So yeah, that show was like a lot of fun. Very quirky, cute. He's like a pie maker. I don't know. It's like super like 2007 quirk, but
True.
I think it was cute. It's a cute show. I did not ever finish watching it, but that's one of those things that like Tumblr influenced me to watch when I was like 15. So
yeah, dude, that's the thing. I missed out on a lot of. Or did I miss out? Probably not. But I just like missed out on like a whole side of like stuff because I wasn't on Tumblr, but also like I was not the kind of person that was going to be on Tumblr regardless.
Yeah, you weren't. I was such a Tumblr girly, and definitely got me to watch a lot of stuff out of my bounds, which I'm thankful for. Like, it got me to watch Submarine when I was in high school too. Like, well, have you ever seen Submarine?
Yeah, I didn't watch that until like one, I started listening to like Arctic Monkeys, and then two, like found out who like Richard Ayoade was, and I was like, oh yeah, cool, that sounds cool.
True.
Then I watched it on or like in freshman year of college or some shit like that.
Yeah. So Tumblr definitely like changed my life. I don't know if I would be a film major if it wasn't for Tumblr. It got me to watch a lot of stuff that made me like opened my world up and stuff. So I love Tumblr.
Yeah. I think wanting to sound like I was smart made me get into film. So I'm like, oh yeah, this movie is very very well crafted.
Yes. Yeah, I guess anything else we could do closing statements, I suppose, as well. It's spring. We're here.
It's spring. We're here. We are working very hard and hopefully very well on a subletter.
Yes.
And so I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't bring that up a little bit.
Yeah. That's our sitcom, just for anyone who doesn't know, but I feel like if you know us, you know.
Yeah. Literally like
we can't shut up about it.
No,
so.
Actually though, like we'll be like we'll go to like parties like the four, like at least like the four of us, you, me, Parker and Kazan, and we'll be like
and Sheldon.
And Sheldon, of course, yeah. And we'll be like walking
we'll just
around.
be in a corner talking shop,
bro. We'll like go around and like mingle for a little bit, then we'll just naturally find our way back to each other, like, hey, how's it going? Like, hey, what's up? And then
I had an idea.
I had a good idea. And it's like, ooh, that's good. Me too. I had another idea.
Write that down.
And I'm like everyone's furiously like typing, and it's like, bro, like, come on.
Like, we need to socialize. Come on.
It's getting to the point where it's like, it's all I want to talk about.
We're like living and breathing and eating and sleeping subletter, and that's okay. You know, it's anything we can do to make the best show possible. So.
Yeah. Well, in the time that we have, like, that we know that we have it. You know.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with us.
Yeah.
And
big
also
plans.
it's springtime.
Big plans. We have like a 6-episode first season kind of planned out. So
yeah.
Pretty exciting.
We're very excited about it. Like I said, working very hard and hopefully very well. And we're excited. I don't know when are we planning on having like a little like friends screening of
yes, we're hoping to have some kind of little, it's gonna be invite only, I'll be honest. Screening of our 3rd episode, which was the first one that we actually filmed.
Kind of confusing, but we got it.
Whatever,
the first episode we made is actually the 3rd episode of the series.
Yes.
So.
And we're about to make the first episode.
We're about to make the first episode, which is the 2nd that we made.
Yeah.
And the second one will be the 3rd.
Yeah.
But then after that, it'll be okay. We'll make 4, 5, 6.
But after that, it's probably going to be in order.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're probably going to have a kind of a private little screening. So we're looking forward to that, to get to show people what we've been working on and that we're not just talking out of our asses. Like, we actually are doing this.
That was another thing is like, we like went so heavy with like the marketing
on Instagram.
on Instagram. And we like put out so much shit in the span of like 2 weeks, and then just like didn't do anything else because we ran out of stuff to like promote.
And then we were like writing the first episode for a long time.
Yeah.
So we were like, we don't really have anything to show anymore.
So now we have something to show.
We do.
So we'll have a for some of our dear friends, our close friends that and our closest confidants.
Yeah.
We'll have something to show finally. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Very much.
So, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good spring. Hope you had a good spring break. It was the first spring break of my life for like the past 20 years that I didn't actually have a spring break because I'm graduated. So that was odd.
Dude, yeah, with my new job, I think I'll still have a spring break though. So
that'll be nice.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were in town.
Diego got a job, King.
Yeah. I don't know if I should talk about it, but.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's fine. Probably not.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'll have money. That's insane to me.
Insane pilled. Sorry. Yeah, you need to stop. I need to stop.
You gotta stop.
I just think it's funny.
Hey, man. You gotta stop.
You gotta stop.
Okay. We'll end it. We'll get away.
We'll end it.
Stop rambling. Okay.
So, yeah, follow us on the socials or whatever. You know what they are. We'll link them in the description, too.
Yeah. But if you don't want to look, it's at Mankheads Pod on Instagram.
Yeah.
At Mankheads on Twitter.
Yeah.
At Mankheads on Instagram, too, for the other, the day
parent
job.
company, yeah. We're also at Mankheads on TikTok.
That, too.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
check it out.
Mankheads forever. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.